Um, Welcome to the stream, or welcome to the broadcast. And we're playing Pauper today for the first time in almost a month. I think the bannings went live like 1st of April or something like that. I think I played the first week of April. I played the last time. This is the last week of April. Actually, it might have been a month because I think I actually missed the. I wanted to stream the first week of April, but I missed it. So I think I haven't played Pauper in a month. But we're playing Pauper again. Um, there's a bunch of people here. So, in case you don't know, the last banning update, which happened a month ago, they banned Treasure Cruise, which is a big deal for this deck. So that was kind of a reason why I didn't want to play, but also I didn't really like the time when the event was happening. But as it turns out, I'm awake today during the time, so I thought I might as well stream it. So I really quickly came up with an idea for a deck, or I mean the deck idea is there. I just had to replace the treasure cruises um and I replaced them with accumulated knowledge, and I also added one compulsive research. Not sure, maybe this should be two compulsive research. I used to play two, but I played a different mana base back then without fetches, and I really like these fetches now because of Brainstorm and because it's free colored. So we should get started any moment here. We have a rules being spammed. I don't think there's anything important which I don't already know. So apparently we are 26 people, somebody said. 26, so that would be 4 rounds. I have no idea how the metagame looks right now, or uh, I don't know. Yeah, I just have not played at all, or kept up with the community. I've not read any articles or any threads or something like that, so there might be um there might be some new deck which I don't know about, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Okay, we have parents for round one. Let's see who we are playing against. We are playing against oh okay, against BDGP. 009. And I was playing no, I was talking to him yesterday, and he asked me why I wasn't playing Pauper. And this is kind of a reason why I did play, or did decide to play today. It's because he talked to me. But he's not here. He's not here. Is he in my friend list? No. I either misspelled him or he's not online. BDGP009. Seems he's not online. Well, let's hope that he shows up. Because I don't want to play a bye. I don't want to have a buy, I should say. He's a little bit renowned for maybe playing slow, maybe being a little bit late, because he plays at work. I think he's a teacher, and he plays at work. And I'm not judging here. Well, since nothing's happening here, I'm gonna put this off to the side. And I'm gonna watch somebody else play. Let's see, is he online now? No. Who should we watch? Oh, that of Bears. Oh no. Two Delvers. One is blue-red, one is mono blue. If you don't know this, the Delver deck is probably the best deck in Pauper, and it's also a deck which is really strong against me. And it's also the most played deck, I believe. I'm not sure if it's still the most played deck, but it used to be. The blue-red version is not quite as strong against me, but it's... I mean, against the mono blue, for me it's almost unwinnable, or it's pretty much unwinnable. And the blue-red version, I think it's maybe 80-20 for them. But the mono blue version is literally, I don't know, 99 to 1. It's like almost impossible to win. I don't see how you can win against that. Your opponent needs to be like mull to 4 and stuck on 4 lands and then just draw lands or something for like the whole game. I mean, it's definitely possible, but it's just so unlikely. I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up with a buy. This card is new. I haven't seen this card before. I like it. If it does get removed, you know, it cycles itself basically, and if it doesn't get removed, it's a pretty strong creature because you're playing at least one spell every turn, so it's at least a 2/2 for 2, which is not that great, but it has the potential to be bigger than that. And if it does get removed again, you draw a card. Really like this card. This is a nice card for Pauper. It doesn't look that good for Drazinus. Exclude, wow. I wish there was a non-creature version of this card for the same mana cost. The non-creature version, I think, is 4 mana. If there was a non-creature version for 3 mana, I think I would play it. If it was like just one blue symbol. But I'm pretty sure the 4 mana, the non-creature version costs 4 mana. In Pauper, there's probably a rare or something which does this, and it's cheaper, or at least an uncommon. And we have a win here for Den of Bears. Let's close this up. Still waiting for him. I'm gonna let them know what's happening in the chat, and let's watch somebody else play. Sign of Justice is a good player. Let's watch him. What the hell? They are already game 2, it seems. Or they play very slowly. I don't think he needs 4 minutes for 2 turns. Crypt rats. Trying to think why he's playing blue in this deck. I mean, for card draw and for counters are most likely, but you can have card draw with Sign and Blood. And there's probably some other spells which do the same thing in black. Oh, this is a Kiln Fiend deck, Devil Fiend. This can be very explosive. Chainer's Edict. Oh, he probably also... No, never mind. Well, yeah, it's probably just card draw and counter for blue spells. So my opponent has still not shown up, and I think we get a bye in a minute or two. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just gonna leave the game up, and if he joins we might still play, but I doubt it. Nivix Cyclops. I mean, this deck is pretty fun. I kinda like it. The Nivix Cyclops, Kiln Fiend, Delver deck, but when your creatures get removed, you just lose. And that's kinda a thing, right? And you don't want to be playing a lot of counter spells in this deck. You want to play stuff like target creature gains double strike. I think that's a common. I think there's a common version of that. And target creature gets unblockable. Stuff like that. Why would you do this? This doesn't change anything. This gush doesn't. This gush makes zero difference, I believe. But well, I guess maybe he has no other creature, and he's desperately looking for a creature. Then I might understand why he's doing this. But he is at 2 mana versus 5 now. So he will lose any counter war. Yeah, I was thinking about this, Mole Drifter. But this counts basically as card draw. When I said they play card draw and contra. Because mostly you will probably evoke this. gets bolted. Hey, I watched your first game. If I play against you, I'm seriously gonna rage, though. Are you already done? Yeah. I seriously hope I don't have to play against Mono Blue Delver. Oh, it seems I get a new pairing. But my opponent didn't get the message, it seems. No, I don't have a vintage deck and I don't have the money to buy one. Okay, it seems you're playing. Why is there so many chat windows? Let me figure this out. This is chat, this is chat. Oh yeah, this can be closed. Yeah. Now it makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, this is a keep. This is a pretty good hand, actually. It's missing some fog maybe, but we have a decent amount of card draw. Oh, I'm not gonna do this. Oh no. Spring drum, okay. Let's go on the offensive, I think. And play this immediately. So next turn I probably see beyond. Unless I draw a contour or something, so unless I want to keep open the mana. Yeah, I kind of can't. I guess I could play this Jace, but I really don't want to. I think the Brainstorm. The thing is, well, maybe I should have kept it. The thing is, I want to use this expanse this turn. I could have milled myself in response to a Brainstorm, or when the Brainstorm is resolved. But I have to look for a fog really fast, and I like the preordain better. Yeah, this we need to find a fog. No, why did I get a forest? I want to get an island. Oh, that was seriously stupid. Well, we find a fog. We're kind of lucky there. Let's do this preordain first. I don't think we need a third Jace. I'd rather have more card draw and more fogs. Uh, need more fogs, but the land is okay, I think. I have to play this next turn. No, I don't think this is okay. Because it comes to play tapped. If we do want to draw land, it has to be untapped. And there goes Atok, that's good. Yeah, this second should have definitely been a blue. He had a pretty amazing start here too. I mean, 3 of these. No, that's really good. That's really good. Oh, we drew a fog here. I would have really liked to draw. I think I actually have to throw away this Jace. I need the card draw. I want to have at least one card draw. I guess it could be Brainstorm, but I really want to keep the Brainstorm. Oh, fuck it. I'll keep the Jace. It's kind of sad we missed the land drop now. So this is 16. Now this is 14. I still wanna do this. Don't wanna go down to 5. If we had the second blue source, I might have played it differently. Oh, this is good. We definitely keep the Moment's Piece. We definitely keep one Jace. One Jace goes away. And I think one land goes away? Well, no. I want to keep a card draw. Actually, I think just the expands. And we don't shuffle. Yeah. I could have milled the expanse, but it's okay. I like being able to. Actually, let's play the second chase here, I think. I was gonna play the accumulate knowledge, but I think I'm just gonna play the chase. It's a little bit risky not having this arcane now. He could have Atok and Disciple. We're just hoping he doesn't. So question now is, do we want to draw the third chase? And I don't think we do. I think 2 Jays is all we need. We'd rather draw something that matters, so I'm gonna crack this and shuffle away the Jays. Because we really need to find we really need to find more fox. That's really important. I want to hit my land drop, so I do this right now. It's okay. Yeah, we have enough for Contour and Fog. Yeah, I think we win now. I don't think we can lose this from now on. considering that we have 3 fogs, 2 contours. I guess if we just draw lands from now on, or if we just draw, I don't know. Uh, let's lead with this, because this can also be used as a contour against fling. Okay, let's see. 3 mana for the Moment's Peace flashback. Yeah, I think it's okay to play this Jace here. Probably gonna Dawn Charm and Arcane now. Maybe I should have modeled into a draw spell. That's a very real possibility. That would have been a better play, I mean. But modeling into a Moment's Peace is also pretty good, so that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing if I don't draw a fog here. Maybe not quite this turn, maybe next turn. We could also draw 3 here. No, never mind, we can't. We are lacking 1 mana. I think whatever he plays, I'm gonna Arcane now. Oh, he doesn't play anything. Let's see if we can kill him. He goes down to 9. If I muddle into Accumulate Knowledge, I draw 2. That's not enough. Right. I could kill him with Arcane now. Well, we might as well just play Moment's Peace. Play it safe. I could cast Moment's Peace and conjure it with Arcane now, then I draw 3 and yeah, mill him 9. Actually, that has to be the right play, right? Because this happens in the upkeep. Yeah, this has to kill him. This has to kill him. I hope I'm not doing a mistake. This is a little bit cute, but this might be a better play because it kills him 1 turn earlier. Okay. Let's see here. What do we have? Quiet Disrepair is a thing. Hindering Light is a thing. Because all the spells we care about are targeted. Fling, Galvanic Blast, Pyroblast, Rest for Very maybe. I don't like Journey. Circle of Protection Red is a thing. I don't know if we really want Dispel. Don't think we want Dispel Negates. I think if I want to board something in, it's Hindering Light. Although Hindering Light doesn't hit Atok and it doesn't hit Disciple of Vaults, but I should have had a look at his graveyard. I don't think I saw Disciple of Vault. I think I only saw Atok um and Fling. So Hindering Light is very good against Fling. Yeah, I think I want to try out Hindering Light. As I said before, it hits a bunch of stuff. It hits Galvanic Blast, it hits Fling, it hits Pyroblast. I like it. I like it, and I like Circle Protection Red. Not that much. Why did you do this? After I did all this sorting. So this cards I'm thinking about. I also like the Quiet Disrepair. Because this is only good against his burn and against Fling, I suppose, but his beatdown, his fast beatdown is for real problem, I think. And we kind of have to keep this Arcanonal still though, because we want to counter our Disciple if he has it. We want to counter Fling. I mean, we bring in some new, but we still want to have the old. Oh, I need to do something. Oh, I'm just gonna board out some stuff. Maybe Restoravery? No, I brought in Quiet Repair. I'm just gonna try this. I'm not sure if this is good. I like these cards, but I'm not sure. I bought it out a bunch of card draw, which is not that great. Maybe you want to bring in more counter actually, more fog and less counter, because you're more worried about the beatdown. This is a problem with the deck. You have to be worried about two angles, about the combo and about the beatdown. That's tough. I like this hand though. Early Fox, Brainstorm, Muddle to get the Jace. I like Quiet Disrepair for two reasons against them. First of all, it can destroy artifacts. I mean, that's pretty obvious. And the second thing is, the life gain is really important. I don't care about any 2-drop here, so I play this so I can brainstorm. I'm not gonna play Muddle or Fog this turn. I'm probably gonna Muddle next turn though, into Jace. Let's see. I do like Fox, but we don't need that many Fox. I think we throw away one Dawn Charm. And I think we throw away one land. And then we get a Plains. Yeah, this hand is really good. Nice amount of Fox, one draw, one win condition, nice amount of lands. Definitely gonna hit our land drops, considering how many lands we have and what we have card draw. And he's not turn 4, we're still at 20. Well, he's gonna hit us now. Now we gotta start fogging. Now he has 12 damage. We're gonna go to 16 now. Yeah, now we gotta fog every turn. But that shouldn't be a problem. So I think we lead with Moment's Pierce and Moment's Peace. Not Moment's Pierce. Okay, he has Power Blast. It's okay. We can't protect this with anything we have in our hand, and even if we could, we wouldn't. How did you get your cards so high definition? I don't know what you're talking about. Do you mean the lands? Are you talking about the lands? And we have another model. Well, that comes in handy. I don't know, I play at a high resolution maybe. I play at 1080p, so that might make the difference, but I don't really know what else to say. He has lethal now, right? Yeah, he has exactly lethal now. Uh, doesn't really matter. No, I don't play Pauper a lot. I used to play Pauper a lot. I mean, like, every week is a lot, like 1 or 2 events every week, but I haven't played in a month. He's just attacking for lethal. We've got a moment's peace here. He has another Power Blast. No, he has Attack. That's also a problem. But we have moments, we have Ride Control, which is very good against that so far. Let's see, we need 3 mana for this. I'm a little bit worried about this guy. I mean, if he has Fling, we are dead, I think. Unless he goes for it before he attacks, which he shouldn't. Wow, that's tough. Jace's Erasure. We mill our opponent. This race is ugly. Yeah, we mill our opponent with Jace's Erasure. And we prevent our opponent from doing damage with fog effects. And the rest of the deck is a lot of card draw. I think I'm gonna lead with the actually with Brainstorm. Wow. How much mana do we have? We have enough for... Yeah, okay, we have enough. We don't need to mill ourselves. I think I should have milled myself. I don't think I really wanted to draw the cards I'm gonna draw. Because I need a fog, right? And I'm kind of desperately looking for a fog, but I guess we're gonna draw so many cards now that it doesn't really matter. Well, it doesn't matter because there's no fog there. How much damage does he have? This is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. No, well, kind of. We have to do this now. Hope to find a fog. Still not a fog. Well, we need a fog. Otherwise we're dead, so it has to be brainstorm here. And there's a moment's piece. So what do we throw away? I think the lands. So let's sort by what we want to keep. We want to keep the moment's piece. We want to keep the Jace. Want to keep the Arcane and all. Brainstorm, yeah. Just we don't really care about the quiet just repair, I think. Well, the lands are the most likely. So just land for now. I'm gonna move them away. Actually, no, I shouldn't mill them away because we're so close to winning. We can just mill him, and we have to play with screen stores now, so we get the moment's piece. Just discarding lands, because next turn we play Jace and brainstorm words, and we win, I think. Although we might lose here to Fling or something. If he doesn't have Fling this turn, I think he loses. Because we're gonna brainstorm at the end of turn. Yeah, I think he loses now. GG. So that's a 2-0 victory. Let's see where he is. We should have pairings for round 2 soon. So I'm gonna put the deck up so you can have a look. It's a pretty nice deck. It's pretty fun to play. It's not very competitive though, not currently, because it just loses to counter spells. Deck like Delver, they just play like 2 free creatures, and at some point you're gonna have to start fogging because they attacked you down to like 6 health, and they have 2 Delvers which are flipped. And you have to fog every single turn, and just at some point they're gonna have 3 counters in hand, and they're gonna counter your fog, you're gonna counter their counter, they're gonna counter your counter. You know, you're gonna lose the counter war, and then you're dead, basically. So there's just no way around that against control decks which play like 12 or even 16 counter spells. You're gonna lose. with this deck. And Mono Blue Delver is basically the best example for that. I'm playtesting right now Hindering Light. I used to play this like 2 years ago or so when I first started out, or maybe even 3 years ago when I first started out with this deck. And I like it. It hits a bunch of cool stuff. I think this is pretty good against Mono Black control because of all the discard. It hits all the discard, and it's just card advantage for you. It replaces itself, and your opponent is down a card. It's just huge if your opponent plays French Mine and you're Hindering Lighted. It's kind of the opposite of Arcana now. Arcana now it hits everything, but your opponent is up one card against you, and that's a problem. You really only want to use Arcana Nile on stuff, on win conditions, basically, on stuff that loses you the game. You only want to use Arcana Nile on, I don't know, on Ad-Hoc, for instance, or on Fling, right? Because you're gonna lose to those cards if you don't counter them. Because whenever you use Arcana Nile, your opponent is getting card advantage against you. Hindering Light is the exact opposite. You're getting card advantage. Let's see the chat here. What's happening? Round 2 is up, so let's see who we are playing. Gons. We are playing Gons. You got troubles? I did brew a lot. This deck, it's not a set archetype. There was, when I first built this deck like 3 years ago, there was like 5, 6, 7 different versions of this deck floating around, and each of them was very casual. And I brewed a lot myself. I changed a lot around. Yeah. I wrote an article about the whole thing on puremtgo.com. Well, this is not the person we have to play. This is the article I wrote about the whole thing. If you're interested in the deck and you want to learn some more. It's obviously outdated now, but not that much. So again, our opponent is not showing up. Maybe he made a table. Nope. Okay, here we go. And we win with die roll. Been lucky with the die roll so far. I like this hand. Could be better, but it's decent. Interesting. As long as he's not playing a creature, I'm not getting a green source. And well, that's not true, but I want to be able to accumulate knowledge here, so that's why I played it this way. Oh wow. Not sure if I actually want to brainstorm here, because I like my hand the way it is. I guess I want to find a Jace though. I don't want to words because he gets more cards off of it, so yeah, it makes sense. Actually, now I might do it if he stays at 7, because then he had to discard, but he didn't, so. Oh wow. Um, we don't need that many contours. Fox, and definitely want to rather keep the Moment's Peace, I think. But I think I want to keep maybe one right control. Or maybe that's bullshit. Yeah. Oh no. I think we can take 6. I think this is pretty much the last attack we're gonna take, though, because of Galvanic Blast. Yeah, we're not gonna take 8. We're gonna have to fuck now. And I want to hit my next land drop, so I'm gonna Words of Wisdom here probably twice. Not that great. He gets card advantage out of it. Well, not card advantage. Oh yes. Oh, it's card advantage neutral. We get +1. He gets +1. Yeah, we definitely have to fuck now. He's probably playing Disciple of Revolt if he's playing all of these Chromatic Stars things. Oh, this is a great draw. I still would like the land. Still no land. And there's the land. So I think I preordain here. I'm looking for another land, basically. Not actually a forest bow. Let's see. What am I gonna do? We're gonna fog next turn, play a forest. I guess forest is okay. Well, this was pretty obvious. The real question is, does he play the Disciple or not? Ah, Galvanic Blast. Interesting. It's like he wants to bait us into not fogging by not attacking with this dude. Or he's scared of I don't know what. But we're gonna fog every piece of damage he does. Even if it's just if he just attacks with this Frog Knight, I might still probably fog so we don't go down to 2 Galvanic Blast range. Well, which helps. But I want to save this until maybe he casts Fling or Galvanic Blast in his turn. So we get double value. He's playing kind of slow. He should be way ahead on time. I don't think model changes anything here. I'm gonna Dawn Charm so I can cast both of these draw spells. Oh no. This is stupid because now we kinda have to keep this blue mana open, but we can't because we need to draw stuff. Because if we tap out here for a draw and he has Fling, then we die. Maybe he misplays, that would be really great. And we get to right control or to model his Fling. So the question is, do we want to use model or do we want to use write control? I decide for write control because he might be playing Pyroblast main, which is unlikely, but if he does, he can counter this model. So write control is unique because it prevents not only combat damage, but all sorts of damage. So also fling or galvanic blast damage. It does not prevent lost life or life loss. We're in a pretty good position now, I think. We could use the second Jace, but I don't want to use this model. I'm still scared. And he has 12, so we're still falling. This was really lucky with the fling. If either of those cards had been a C Beyond, I think we would have lost the game. I think I'm gonna brainstorm here. Oh wow. Uh, definitely want to hang on to the J's. Definitely want to hang on to all the counters, the words. I guess I could mill myself. But he's on so low. Uh, his library is so empty. So what do we want to do? We want to have moment. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. So we have Moment's Peace and we have Arcana now. Seems perfectly reasonable. Next turn we probably win if he doesn't have something game winning this turn. I don't think I'm gonna tap out at the end of a turn for Words of Wisdom. How many Galvanic Blasts does he have left? Only one. Well, I suppose we could. We're dead to any fling. He could just fling anything. I think we play it safe. So we have Fog. I would have really liked to hit a land drop, but didn't. I think if we had drawn a land, well, we kind of knew what we would draw, uh, because of Brainstorm earlier. But if we had drawn a land, I think we would have won, because then we would have just played all our draw spells. And again, I don't want to tap out here, because he might have Galvanic Blast or something. But this Brainstorm wins us the game. 100% sure this wins us the game. Doesn't even matter. Okay, so let's have a look this time around. And his graveyard. No Disciple of Evolved. Just one fling? No, two fling. Two flings. Okay. So, again, we're mostly worried about his beatdown. There's also Galvanic Blast and Fling and Power Blast. And Hindering Light is very good. So we have to assume he has 4 Galvanic Blast, 2 Flings, and probably like 2 or 3 Power Blasts. So that's 8 or 9 cards, which Hindering Light is very good against. I like it. Where did it just go? Okay. Well, whatever. I don't like this at all. How about this? So, Hindering Light I like. I don't think I like Quietus Repair. I bought it in last time, but I don't think it's that good. I think More Fox is pretty good. I think Restoravery might be good. Yeah, I think More Fox is pretty good because we're mostly worried about the beatdown. He only has 2 flings. Arcanal is okay against Fling, but not against Galvanic Blast, I think. I think he gets rid of Preordain and the Compulsive Research and it undid the sorting I did. Dawn Charm. Yeah, this seems okay. I guess Dispel is okay against Fling. But we're probably gonna have the mana anyway. What else are we gonna board out? I actually don't think we need this Quietus Repair. Or maybe I want to bring in a list for very well. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Cut a Sea Beyond. or brainstorm maybe. So I swapped out some life gain for some other life gain, and I brought in Hindering Light for Fling mostly, for the Galvanic Blast, and for Pyroblast. And I also brought in more Fox, and I brought out some card draw in favor of more Fox. And we are very good on the time here, almost 3 minutes. We have almost 3 more minutes than he does. And we are playing a very, very slow deck, so he should be definitely on top on the time. Well, this is definitely a keep. Nice amount of lands, 1 win condition, 2 Fox, and card draw. So this is almost like a perfect hand. Like 3 lands is right where you want to be, and you want to have 1 Jace, 1 card draw, 1 Fog, and then the last card kind of doesn't matter if you have this. And now we have 2 Fox, 2 card draw. Now it's really perfect. Well, this brainstorm is kind of awkward though. I think I lead with this and just ignore the brainstorm for now and play this turn 2. I'm getting a blue here because double blue is more important right now than green. We're gonna draw into green at some point, but having double blue means we can cast both of these in 1 turn, maybe. Because our next turn is most likely going to be brainstorm and accumulate knowledge. Or maybe it's going to be dawn charm and brainstorm. Depends if he plays a creature here, and if it is a creature, like how many. Like if he's going to attack for like 6, I might let it through. I think 8 is right, is not smart anymore. I think 6 damage you can take. 8 is too much. 8 is 3 Galvanic Blasts. And he had a Power Blast. That's unfortunate. Okay, we have a little bit too many Fox here. So we're gonna get rid of the Fox, but it doesn't really matter since we're drawing back into the same cards. Which is a little bit sad, to be honest. I think I might Arcana now here, if he plays a creature, just to slow him down, because he doesn't have a great board presence. It seems his hand doesn't have a lot of creatures, and if we can deny him the creatures on the board, we can save a few turns, which we don't have to fog then. I don't care about this. I'm not gonna Arcana all this, as I said earlier, because this is not card advantage. This is card advantage for him, and this is card advantage for him. I'm not really doing anything if I counter that. He's still drawing 2 cards. I'm just cycling this if I do that. So he didn't play creature. It's even better. So we knew these cards were coming. That's the problem with Brainstorm if you don't have Jace. I was okay with cracking this turn 1 because I was expecting to have a Jace when I resolve the Brainstorm. Do we want to counter this? Well, he didn't have any other creatures, so he must have drawn this. So I think it's okay. It's just 2 damage, but as I said, he didn't have any other creatures for the other turns. And even 2 damage is the difference between 1 fog. So we basically saved 1 fog now. Well, it ended up being seriously no value for us at all. But drawing this card is also important. We're really flooded here on the fox, which is a little bit sad. I guess that's my own fault. I brought it in more fox. Wow. I mean, at least we're hitting our land drops, but we definitely need to draw into Jace and card draw soon. I'm gonna start fogging here. I'm gonna start out with the. I'm actually not sure. I think with Dawn Charm. I want to save the eye control until he has more creatures. And we would go to 10, which is definitely too much. Oh, he placed Dispel. I guess we could take this. This is not too much damage to take, but it's definitely okay to trade Fox against his Dispels when we're still 1 or 2 attacks away from him having lethal. His Brainstorm is pretty huge. Yep, this is pretty huge. So we definitely want to keep this, we definitely want to keep this. Because we need to get a green source online. I want to play right control this turn though. Oh, it has to be this, I think. And again, I'm only fogging so early because I'm really scared of Galvanic Blast and stuff like that. Oh, I know what's on top, right? I should have done this first. Oh, this is still okay. Um, yeah, the brainstorm wasn't very smart, I think. I like the Hindering Light, but I like card draw better. Or even a Jace would be better. So this is 8. Still have to fog here. Yeah, we definitely need card draw. And we need it soon. The thing with Brainstorm is it's not card draw, it's just... I don't know. It's not card advantage, basically. No, this is good. It's gonna draw us 2. Wow. Well, if we do this... Well, yeah, we have to do this. Well, maybe we want to wait 1 turn. The thing is, if I play this Jace here and he has Pyroblast, I'm gonna lose it because I want a Fog. I really don't want to lose this Jace to Pyroblast. So maybe wait one turn. With a Jace. Oh, I think I'm gonna go greedy. if he plays Pyroblast, I think I'm actually just casting Hindering Light. If he plays it right now, I mean. And I just eat the 8 damage. Because this Jace I think is more important right now than eating 8 damage. Okay. And the Hindering Light draws a card too, so that's... Well, since he's attacking first, now I have to do the whole thing here with Moment's Peace. Well, we might as well use a flashback. I'm debating getting a blue source here or getting a green source. If he has the land destruction. Oh wow, he has it. Dispel too? No. Okay. He's drawing a lot of cards. So I should have waited with his Jace one turn. Because he had the Power Blast. He has 2 different Power Blasts, which is really weird. Now, all the things we boarded the Hindering Light in for. This is so annoying. If I had just waited one turn. Now I'm definitely getting a green source. So now we're dead to Dispel, right? This is pretty cool. It brings us back to 9. But the thing is, we're using up all our fogs, and we're not even close to winning because our Jaces get killed. So we need to find a Jace that's way more important than finding more fogs and card draw. Because we're not losing so far, but at some point we're gonna run out of fogs, and we have used 3, 4, 5, 6 already. So best draw right now would probably be Accumulate Knowledge, and then draw into Jace off of that. Or just Jace off the top maybe. Or Muddle. Muddle the Mixture would be okay too. I think I just misplayed this Power Blast. That was my own fault, and of course we draw land. Probably should have kept this in hand though. Because we might draw Compulsive Research. And There's not many lands left in our library too. And now we have to draw Fog. I think we lose this. Just because we drew a little bit unlucky with all the Fogs in the early game and I misplayed the second Jace. If I don't misplay the second Jace, we get a huge amount of value there with the Hindering Light. The Hindering Light counters for Pyroblast. So we not only do we counter his Pyroblast, we draw an extra card. We still have a Jace. I think we would have won if I played this Jace, the second Jace correctly. I was just greedy. He had only 2 cards in his hand, and I thought he wouldn't have a Pyroblast, but he played Perilous Research just before. No, just after, actually. Oh, maybe he uses Fling here. That would be really good. Because we really don't care about the Hindering Light right now. We really, really want to get rid of his Hindering Light and draw something that matters. So if he sacks like a couple things here, we get to Hindering Light with Fling, that would be huge. Let's always yield this. I think all the misplayed accumulated to this. Yeah, you are correct. Oh, all the misplayed? There was just the one Pyroblast misplay. There was nothing else that was misplayed in my opinion. Well, the one Brainstorm was a little bit weird, but it was a difficult situation, to be honest. There was a little bit of luck involved because we drew 6 Fox in a row, and that was stupid. Oh wow. Well, how much can he attack for? 4, 6, 8, 10. So we need to keep this rest. I want to keep all of these. How much cards are we gonna draw? Gonna draw 3 cards off of this. I mean, he has to have a Galvanic Blast anyway. So I think, and we don't have a land, so I'm just gonna do this. 1, 2. Well, I have to play Greed. I have to mill myself here. How many? Hang on. How many Fox are left? 2. If I hadn't played this Jace here, it would have been fine. So there's 2 different ways to do this. But I think we have to mill ourselves first. We did not find what we were looking for. Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't play an island yet. I didn't need to do that. I thought I already played a land. Of course I didn't. So we got to useful model. Yeah. So I didn't need to mill myself there, which was. I was looking to mill a Moment's Peace because I was desperately looking for a fog, but we could just, Moment's Peace. So that was actually a big misplay. Because 3 cards on his side might make a huge difference. I'm gonna cast with words now, because we have so much mana and we might draw into something that is sorcery speed. I think we're pretty well off now. Still need to draw some card draw, but so we still expect him to have 1 fling. Oh, he has a go. He has a dispel, and he still should have 1 galvanic blast too. So Galvanic Blast would be lethal if he manages to attack through. Not sure if I want to maybe keep this in hand for compulsive research, or if I want to thin my deck more. Yeah, Muddle can get almost anything. Most of the deck is CMC2. Most of the sideboard cards are also converted mana cost 2 exactly for that reason, so you can get them. So there's a 1 in 15 chance we draw a compulsive research. I think we'd rather thin our deck, right? Because there's just we bought it out the compulsive research. Well then of course we'd rather thin our deck and rather have an island. So there's 2 lands. If we draw a land, we are dead. Well, also we're only dead if he has a Galvanic Blast. So there's 2 dead draws. There's a Jace. There's 3. Yeah, compulsive research was ported out. Do I mill myself now? There's a 1 in 7 chance. No, I think it's so close. We milled his Fling. So if he has the Galvanic Blast in his hand, then we lose now. Yeah, I think this is a tough decision. Can we kill him? Well, if I keep this, I draw 4, so I draw these 2. Yeah, I think we kill him. Did we mill his last Galvanic Blast? We have to check that. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we win. Is this worth it? I should be. It's really close too, because we're on 2 cards in our library. Wow, how close is this? We have 1 card left in our library. And you said luck has nothing to do with this. This was extremely lucky that we drew the Jace in the moment we drew it. This could have gone easily the other way. I mean, it's insanely lucky that we win game 2 there. So, we're 2-0. And it seems nobody's playing, so we should have pairings for round 3 soon. Dirtlefest? Well, I don't know, if you don't enjoy looking, if you don't enjoy watching that, then don't. First of all, nobody's forcing you to watch it. And second of all, it's a fun deck to play. You should try it yourself, even if you don't enjoy looking or observing somebody else play it. I think it's the most fun deck in Pauper, actually, because in my opinion, it's the only real control deck. The other decks are just, I don't know, put 10 counter spells and lightning bolt into your deck and call yourself control. Well, I do believe that you can say you are unlucky if you have 6 or if you have 5 fox in your hand and no card draw. I mean, that is variance, that happens. There's some games where you will have no fox, and there's some games where you will just draw fox. So, but when that does happen, you can still call it unlucky, in my opinion. It's not like I was, well, I guess I was complaining, but I totally know that that's a part of Magic, and I also admitted that it's probably my fault because I bought it in fox and I bought it out card draw. Let's bring up the chat here. I think I'm gonna go AFK for 1 minute while we wait for pairings for round 3. So I'm gonna be back in just 1 minute. Um, but it might not have happened if you fetch before brainstorm. Yeah, yeah, you are correct. You are correct there. The thing is though, if you have 2 brainstorm and just 1 fetch, I'm not sure if it's that obvious that you want to brainstorm, fetch, brainstorm. I think brainstorm, brainstorm, fetch is probably worse most of the time. Brainstorm, fetch, brainstorm would have probably been better. I I admit that. I admitted it the moment I did it, right? The moment I did it, I said, "Oh, I should have fetched before this," and then I was unsure if that's actually the right play. But now that I think about it, I think brainstorm, fetch, brainstorm has to be almost always better than brainstorm, brainstorm, fetch, because you get to see the same 2 cards again. The second brainstorm basically turns into a cantrip at that point, right? So if you do brainstorm, brainstorm, fetch, you have brainstorm, cantrip, fetch. If you do brainstorm, fetch, brainstorm, you actually get 2 full brainstorms. Although the third brainstorm can lock you, but still the second brainstorm gets to look at 3 new cards. Yeah, brainstorm, fetch, brainstorm has to be superior. I mean, unless you are unlucky There's that word again. And your second brainstorm reveals freelance or something. This is a player run event. It's basically, there's a guy, he's called, oh, long time gone. He's the host and he's hosting this event. It's not an official event basically from Wizards. It's like an event at your local shop. There's a guy who's hosting it. He's responsible he's responsible um, for the pairings and stuff. There's no automated thing behind it. Basically, it's not an official event that's running on the server. It's a manually controlled by the host, and it's a Pauper 4 round Swiss event. It's free to enter, so you don't have to pay an entry fee, and they do pay prizes for the top 4 or top 8, top 4. The top 8 get prizes, but the top 4 get the real prizes. Places 5th through or place 5 through 8 get to pick a single card out of a card pool which the host is supplying, and all of the cards in the card pool are basically stuff like full art lands and promo lightning bolt, promo doomblade, stuff like that. It's usually full art or promo cards. Well, I'm gonna give you the forum link if I find it actually. It's a great way for new people who are new to Magic Online and don't have a lot of money to get into the whole thing basically. I'm not sure if this is the latest version of it, but here you can find some information, and the site where you can find all the stuff is gathering.com, which I miss. Can I delete this? I can't delete my own things. This is the right way to type. So there's basically a different event every single day. There is modern on Mondays. There's oh, I'm sorry. There's modern on Mondays. There's Pauper on Tuesdays. Wednesdays there's nothing due to downtime. Then there's modern on Thursdays. There used to be standard on Friday. I don't know if there's. I think there's Commander now on Fridays, and there's like classic, which is kind of like vintage or legacy, is on weekends. And then there's a bunch, and there's usually also special events. Like next weekend is a special event which has $800 prize pool, I think, or even $1,000 maybe now. I think it's like $800 prize pool. So there's 3 or 4 big events each year, and one is always happening the first week of May, which is the vintage event this year. It used to be Legacy. And then in August there's a big modern event, and in November there's a big modern event. And these 3 big events, which happen only once a year, they usually have like $500 to $1,000 prize pool, I think. So somewhere in that range. It's different every year. But yeah, it's a great way for new players to get into the whole thing and to play somewhat competitively without having to put up the money. Um, you can win some bot credits, and then you can, buy new cards, build better decks. It's great. This is how I started. I started out grinding these player run events for a year, or maybe like, yeah, basically a year, I would say, before I ever really started to play daily or so. And I still play mostly these events because it's fun and it's free, and I don't have to be angry because I lost 6 tickets if I have a bad day. So I'm not sure why there's no pairings for round 3. Because everybody's done. I think the host might be AFK. Yeah, so the host is here. This cough. I have to mute myself all the time because my throat is killing me. So the host is here, and there's probably some weird problem with somebody not reporting the correct result or something. Oh no, we have pairings for round 4 now. Round 4? No, round 3. So I'm playing against Eliason. I think that's his or her name. It sounds kind of like it's a her. Although that's very unlikely, because there's not that many women. Let's see. Now I'm gonna keep this. Just not sure yet how I want to play this brainstorm. I know how I'm going to play this, but I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it. I'm gonna do this turn 1, and that's not that's a last name. In what language? I'm not sure if this brainstorm is the best way to do it. Definitely want to keep the land. Don't like the compulsive research. Don't like the quiet disrepair. Sadly, we get one of them. I guess I can do a turn 2 land destruction. So you might think that it was a little bit weird how I played the. Wow, this is huge. How I played the first brainstorm. But I was hoping I was gonna find an untapped land, a basic land, and then I would have probably not shuffled. I would have just slammed this Jace turn 2, and I was gonna play this Jace as soon as possible, but this is just too huge because we get to destroy a land on turn 2. Oh yeah, that's really funny that they still do that. I mean, it used to be in these languages that um, your last name would just be the name of your mother or your father, and then you would put son or daughter at the end. Like if your mother is called Jane, you would be called Jane's daughter. If you were a girl. I think they still do that. I think the only place where they still legitimately do that is Iceland, and in the other Scandinavian countries, it's basically a remnant. But some people still have a last name which is some variant of that, but you're not called. You don't get a new last name based on your father's name. But I'm pretty sure that's still how it works in Iceland. Yeah, yeah, it's exactly. Uh, there's not really much to say about this. Dot here. Yeah. I suppose this is the old Icelandic way to say daughter. Well, we might go super greedy here. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we definitely want to keep the lands. We don't need that many models. I'm just gonna throw away 2 models actually. I'm gonna shuffle the models away. Not with the fetch, but with another model. Yeah, I don't know what to say. First of all, well, it's their own fault to keep a one-lander though. I mean, I do feel bad that uh, our opponent doesn't get to play any magic, but you keep a one-lander, kind of asking for it. Yeah, it's in there to beef up the to improve the burn matchup basically. It's not at all intended for what it was used. I want to double accumulate knowledge here, so I didn't play this expense. It's really important to have just one-off, the life gain one-off against burn, because you can get it with model. As I said before, the most important cards in the deck are all CMC2, so you can get them with model. And if you get this with model, you win against burn. Burn cannot raise this. They could raise this if you didn't have any other cards, right? But since you also have counter spells and Fox, and if you look at the Fox, the white Fox are really good um, against burn because they also prevent damage from burn spells or can counter burn spells. So if you combine the life gain with your other cards, you just cannot lose against burn if you get this Quietus Repair online fast enough. Well, you need a few to get Frogmite to get enough affinity basically. Brainstorm is good here because we want to get rid of some of these lands. Um, yeah, and I never said burn couldn't do that. But the Quietus Repair is for burn, for the life gain basically. It's not intended at all to destroy artifacts. I don't think I've ever used this on an artifact before. I mean, as destroy. Probably maybe once on a Curse of a Bloody Tome. We're drawing too many cards. We're gonna have to discard. Yeah, this. Actually, we didn't have to discard. Let's have a look. We have one fling so far, 4 Atoks, 4 Galvanic Blasts. Seems pretty normal, except there's just one fling so far. Well, the Sun Chaser. I think the Sun Chaser's new. So we win game 1, and it was really boring. And we play the same deck the 3rd time in a row. So let's see, what did we bought in? The Hindering Light, which I really liked. Although we didn't really get to see it, I think. We brought in more Fox and Restful Very. I think that's it. I think these 5 cards are the ones we want to bring in. Now there's a bunch of cards here which can be good. Journey on an Atok, Circle of Protection Red, Counter Spells. I think those are the 5 we really want to. So let's see what we bought out. We bought it out Preordain and Compulsive Research before. And I think Required Disrepair. Required Disrepair was great this turn, this time around. But I don't think we really care about the live game. And the artifact removal usually doesn't matter. If the opponent keeps a good hand, it doesn't matter. So how much life gain do we have right? How much card draw do we have now? So we have 8 cards. We have 10 cards which are just card advantage. And brainstorming 14. We kind of want to be around 16. Well, we bought out some, so it makes sense. Maybe I want to bring in the 2 Preordain and not bring in the Fox. It did work out before, so I'm just... Oh, I submitted a 61 card deck. I didn't want to do that. I didn't realize I had 61 cards. Well, whatever, it's not a huge deal.